Hey guys, Ryan King here, and I'm the keyboard instructor for worshipartistry.com. In today's YouTube lesson, we're going to take a look at the song How Deep the Father's Love for Us by Austin Stone Worship. And specifically, we're going to look at the verse. Now, we're only going to look at the verse, so if you want to see the entire lesson, you need to click the link and head over to Worship Artistry, where you can sign up for an account for less than $10 a month, and it's totally worth it. But just in case you want to check out a YouTube video, this is for you. For the most part in this song, we're just going to be kind of chording our way through it, and especially during the verses. Now, because this is really kind of that classic hymn, it really only has one section to it, and that's going to be the verse. But the verse is kind of divided in half. You've got the first half of the verse where we're going to be moving around on the G chord, and then the second half of the verse, we move to the E minor chord instead, and that's kind of home base for the second part of the verse. After that, we move into an interlude, and we'll cover that in an upcoming chapter. But for right now, all of the verses look like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Second half. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 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 off. So right off, you can see all we're doing is just diamonding our chords. We are in a 3/4 or 6/4 time signature, and if you're counting it in 6/4, it just means there's 6 beats in the measure versus there being 3 beats in the measure for the 3/4. If you're doing 3/4, then it's basically 2 bars of 3/4 for every bar of 6/4. And so we're just diamonding our chords, changing them where appropriate, and it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. So again, to start off with, we've got G, 2, 3 to C, 2, 3, back to G, 2, 3 to D, 2, 3, back to G, 2, 3 to C, 2, 3, here's our change, G, 2, D, G, 2, second half, E minor, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, E minor, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, here's our change, 2, and D, and G. And that's what we play for all the verses. Now we'll play the first verse and then do a short interlude. We'll do the second verse and then kind of a longer interlude, and then we come to the third verse. On the third verse, at the very beginning of it, instead of going to the C chord, you're just going to hold an open G chord. Don't play the B on top. Just have the G be the top note in your right hand. You hold the G until you go to your D chord, and then it's the same for the rest of it. Now, at the end of that third verse, basically the second half of it, you're going to be playing the melody line from the interlude, and we'll cover that in just a second. But for right now, make sure you take a look at your sheet music down below, work through the loop video a few times, and let's move on to the next part of the lesson.